What's good, podcast world? What's good, YouTube?
Sixers are in trouble. I need a top 5.
Man, let's get into bets of the week, man. What's good, podcast world? What's good, YouTube? Back for another episode of Charge It to the Game Sports Podcast. As you can see, the fellas are rocking with us tonight. We're back for another episode. You guys, if you guys were looking for us last week, we were out of pocket a little bit. I know some people was hitting me up. What the fuck is going on with the show? Show canceled. You know what I mean? Like, chill, all right? But happy to be back in the building. So, Big Z and Jay, what's up, fellas?
What is up?
What's not up is the real question.
Yeah, what is not up? So much to get to today. So, to give you guys an overview of today's episode, man, we're going to be talking a lot of, it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of negative shit, but it's a lot of spicy negative shit that we got to talk about. We got to talk about we got to give you our spin of the Jon Gruden and the Oakland Raiders thing, obviously. All right. Since last show, you know, we didn't get a really chance to chime in on the whole Urban Meyer situation and his big goofy ass up there looking retarded. Just doing stupid shit. He was looking retarded, fam. That was just really what's happening. And then we got to talk about the fight, man. We got to talk about the fight. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder 3, man. I mean, that was an incredible fight, man. I mean, for the people that hate Wilder, I mean, stop the Wilder hate, man. That man gave his all. But at the end of the day, Tyson Fury is king, man. And then obviously we, you know, as always, we're gonna get into the football. What is this, week 6? This is week 6 already.
This is week 6.
So we got to talk about the week 6 action, and then we got to hit you with the bets. So the bets will be at the end of the show. For the old ass people, stop asking me when we're gonna get to the bets. You know what I mean? So they're at the end. So if y'all want to scroll to the end for the bets, that's cool. But some J and Z, somebody was hit me, some old motherfucker was like, "Hey, where the fuck the bets at? I can't find them, bro. You got to watch to the end. They're at the end of the show." You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're gonna talk about that for you guys.
Look, we've been so hot with the bets.
I know, bro. I'm telling you. Like,
I had a good week last week too, bro.
I know. Yeah, bro. Like I said, we didn't get a chance to record it, but like I said, we got the heat for you with the bets on that end. But fellas, man, let's kick it off with this whole Jon Gruden, man. Jay, I gotta give you the floor first, big guy, because that's your team. You know what I mean? That is your squad. That is your head coach. Those are your players. Those are your boys. You know what I mean? I know you don't like this shit, but tell us from your perspective what is going on. And, you know, just from your perspective, we know you're not a part of the organization, but you're a serious fan, obviously. But tell us from your perspective, bro.
I think that certain things you cannot let slip. Gruden's a horrible human being, you know. I mean, and maybe he's not. Maybe he's just like, some people just like to talk shit. That's just really what it is. But some of these things you just kind of just don't say. You know what I'm saying? There's a few allegations out there, a few emails out there, so you all can look. I'm not going to go through the rundown of everything that happened, but it's very disappointing. And it's kind of like unacceptable. It sucks that it's also, you know, linked to Washington. I don't know if it's just bad karma for me rooting for teams. Maybe do I just stop rooting for teams? I don't know.
Yeah, don't come to the Bucks. Yeah, don't come.
You know,
I was hurt.
I was this close from just like been like a 0.5% to root for the Cowboys.
So for context, all the emails a majority of the emails were sent to former Washington president of football operations Bruce Allen, who was with Gruden in Tampa and was also with Gruden with the Raiders. And so this was all done. Now, they're saying there's a total of 650,000 emails that they are going through. Now, all of this came to the forefront due to the investigation of the Washington football team's front office for their basically there's a sexual harassment lawsuit against the Washington football team.
Videos and some more stuff, man. Crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And so through that investigation, 4 women are suing the Washington football team, and they were granted full access to 7 years of emails to executives in the Washington front office.
People going down.
Right. And then, just so sorry to cut you off. So for people that don't know, if you're a Washington fan, remember that old ass guy that used to come on the local Washington channel, Larry Michael? He wonder why he no longer has a job. But go ahead, Z, continue.
So it's been going down for the last couple of years. So the investigation has been super big. Now, what ended up happening through the access to all the emails, the NFL came across all these emails from Gruden to Bruce Allen. And from that, they sent all the emails to the Raiders on Friday of last week. And with the expectation that Gruden would be fired immediately. And they only made public the one email to DeMaurice Smith, which was racially
the one at
charged.
first. Right.
Yeah. So that's the only one they made public. At first. And Mark Davis had access to 600,000 of emails. So with everything else in it. So when they went through the weekend and didn't fire Gruden,
they're like, "Oh, you're not gonna fire his ass?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
where's the gasoline at? Where's the gasoline? We're gonna cook this."
Gruden's privileged defiance at the press conference after the game. Now the league ends today. I'll never talk about this again. That's what cooked it. Because as soon as he said that, the next day, New York Times publishes the article with excerpts from the 600,000 emails that are out there. And so what was it? The Times released the article at 8 o'clock. Gruden resigned at 10 o'clock, 2 hours later.
Literally, because he didn't want to face that pressure. Can you imagine him just up there at the microphone? Him just being questioned. And like you said, thanks for breaking that down, Z. But I mean, the biggest thing he was talking about everything. He was talking about the president of the NFLPA, DeMaurice Smith. If you don't know DeMaurice Smith, look him up. Talking about everybody's bound down to this big gorilla man or some shit. He was talking about him. Talking about he looked like a gorilla. Talking about his lips, his big black ass lips and shit like that.
He cooked them. He said it was like Michelin time. That's OC.
I don't want to make this shit funny, but you can't be saying that shit.
You can't, but a bar's a bar.
You know what, dude, with thin ass lips, you can't be saying that.
What's
shit,
also
man.
crazy was, in addition to Bruce Allen, New York Times reported that there were 6 corporate executives who were also attached to those emails. And so they were sharing nude pictures of Washington football team cheerleaders that Gruden passed around.
Yeah, and videos. Apparently there were parties.
These boys is wild. These boys, hold up, man. These boys is wild. They just not even. They treating the NFL like this is just like an underground boyhood. You know what I mean? Like a brotherhood.
This ain't
these boys.
it.
They need to get these motherfuckers out the league, man.
But
telling you,
did you see what DeMaurice Smith said today? He said, I want all 600,000 emails released because I wonder if there is bias in their hiring practices. Because on some of the emails, Gruden was saying Eric Reed, the player who took a knee with Kaepernick, Gruden was saying that dude should be fired. He shouldn't be in the league. He should be banned from the league. And the Redskins executives were agreeing with that email. And so they said, what are they going to see if they released everything?
Right. And the thing is, man, this is what the Black Lives Matter, this is what all these, fight for equality, this is what it is, man. If you look at the NFL, look at the top, even big ass corporations, it's these old, crusty ass white men and white women, that have this old money, passed down from generation, and the money moves here. And, they only hire, it's sketchy hires. These Zach Smith with the Bengals, and the guy with the Eagles, and all of these fucking people. You keep saying, oh, we don't. Everybody's line is we don't see race or color. We only see your performance. I mean, stop lying, man. You're a bitch.
Stop with the cap.
I want to slap the every time I literally want to slap the shit out of you. You know what I mean? If somebody at your job says, oh, we don't see color, we just see your performance, slap the shit out of them, man. You know what I mean? Don't literally just air smack them, man.
I'm about to say, no, don't promote smacking shit at people at work. I know that's what you do. But
Right. Let me put in the comments, hey, bro, I snapped the shit out. What I do next? I got fired. I don't know. Bet on some games, bro. That's going to be a new job.
You better watch the pie.
But, yeah, man, you can't be saying that type of shit, man. They got to get, and that's when he was even talking about, he was talking about the Rooney rule. I mean, he was talking about
the Rooney rule. He was against that,
Right.
He was against the Rooney rule completely.
Right. You know what I mean? I wonder why. And then, like I said,
but look, it's a silver lining. The Raiders are going to be the most Rooney rule compliant team with the next coaching hire.
Honestly, I'm not really totally super mad at it because Gruden was in a 10-year contract and we just got out of it. There's a lot of young coaches.
You wanted that?
If there's a way to go out, this is it. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at that either. So Rome, I was on board for Meyer because I've been how I'm really big in the drafts and stuff like that.
Yep.
And Meyer was one of my favorites. So when he jumped on board, I was on board with it. But I'm happy that we get that reset. And it's like it's so much young talent as far as coaches and stuff like that. We've seen it. I really want us to take a swing, I didn't really like Jay Gruden play calling either, as far as like offensive wise. He had some good moments, but they were too inconsistent. Yeah. And that's what I like to see. I'm happy for it.
I feel you, man. Like I said, it's just a mess, man. You can't be saying you're talking about racial and slurs and homophobic stuff, calling people gay and just you can't do that, man. You can't do that. I mean, the NFL is a privilege. As much as they like to come down on these players with the misconduct of their outside entities with their baby mama drama and hit and run accidents.
Not the baby mama drama.
I mean, it's so much stuff of it, man. I mean, them doing that, or Joe Mixon. Remember when Joe Mixon came out and punched that girl?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Laramie Thompson with the weed video at the draft. Like, you got to crush these fucking coaches. These fucking white
players are pushing for all the emails to be released, and so
fuck him up, man. Make an example out of him, man. They did it to Kaepernick. I want them to fuck him up.
The crazy thing is, though, all this stuff is coming up and nothing's happening to Daniel Snyder. He took his $10 million fine. This whole thing is an investigation of the culture of the Washington football team that is against minorities, against women, misogynistic, sexual harassment, everything that was going on in Washington.
Everything boils down. He's paying somebody to fuck off. I'm saying the more money you got, the more avenues.
Yeah. So his punishment was a $10 million fine, and he agreed to hand over the team management to his wife. So his wife is listed as the owner of the Washington football team.
Wow.
Yeah, she is. That was a smart move. I ain't gonna hold you.
The women who were suing went to court, and they opened access.
Oof. He's struggling
to prove their case. All this stuff is coming out.
Yeah, I mean, for them, I mean, the Raiders moving forward. The thing is, the Raiders were having an amazing season. They were a real contender. I mean, the season's not over, but there's a lot of rumors talking about players, don't want to play for them. They weren't asking for a trade. They wouldn't release who and why and what. But they even gave with Carl Nassib, former DN of the Bucks, and now he's with you guys. He was actually doing work for you guys.
Yeah.
They gave him. He asked for a day off, requested it, and they gave it to him. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know if emails. He might have been talking shit about him. I know he was talking about Michael Sam. You know what I mean?
He was definitely talking about Michael Sam. I ain't gonna hold you.
Did you see Jeff Fisher released a statement? We drafted him based on his football ability, and I have nothing to do with Jon Gruden.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, I bet you did, man.
You better cover yourself real
all
quick.
These old white motherfuckers trying to clean themselves up, man. I mean, at the end of the day, man, look at these fucking head coaches, man. All these people in the organizations and hold them accountable, man. I'm gonna keep relaying back this before we go on to the next topic. Look at the interview with the coach from Brown University, Coach Edwards, man. He keeps talking about these fucking retreads and these good old. I mean, they hire their friends and all of this and that. I mean, these guys never get a shot, man. I mean, Byron Leftwich, offensive coordinator for the Bucks, Todd Bowles, Eric Bieniemy, all of these, wonderful minority black head coaches, supposed to be head coaches, are not getting a shot because they're hiring these fucking assistants and quarterback coaches that are fucking white.
And relationships. People who have relationships.
Yeah, it's just relationships. But the thing is, they're not. It's relationships, but they're also hiring because they're white. They don't want no black man.
And then circumventing the Rooney Rule by just going through fake interviews, basically.
Right.
Just to say that they can check a box.
Yeah, that's trash. Yeah, that ain't it.
I hope they cook his ass. I hope they hold him to he gets the Kaepernick treatment. I hope people sit there and say we can't do that when all little bitch ass people was talking about Kaepernick taking a knee, is hurting some fucking body. You know what I mean?
What is there that Daniel Snyder did though? They have to release all the emails. Something. They're covering for him. And all this stuff is a distraction. Gruden gets fired, but there's 650,000 emails.
It's a mess. Man.
Wow.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, let's move on to this next topic, man. And Jon Gruden eat shit, bro. But anyway, let's talk about this Urban Meyer situation, man. So, like I said, we didn't get it. I know it's a little bit older of a topic, but what looks like
he's the happiest man in the world that this Jon Gruden stuff dropped.
I know, because all the heat is off of him. You know what I mean? So, with that said, Urban Meyer, what was a Thursday night football game after the game against the Bengals? He decides to stay in town, doesn't travel back with his team. And
we here? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what we're talking about, man. So,
right.
I mean, this motherfucker doesn't want to travel back with his team because he wants to play grab ass with if he's a married man with some little girl who's probably younger than us, bro. And it's early.
I believe she was like 19. She was at the boss, so she was early. She was older than that, but she probably just hit 21. I heard she was really young.
Like 50, 60 years old. You know what I mean? And then for you, it looked like he look at the videos, look like motherfucker looked like he was having a good old time. You know what I mean?
He was having a good time.
They had an existing relationship for months. So
who? The girl?
Yeah. So she she worked for a marketing firm that advertises his bar. So all that information came out that they've been together for like 6 months.
Ooh.
He's married with kids.
And it's funny after that. If you notice, I was reading an article and I saw the ESPN. Urban Meyer's wife came out and deleted her Twitter because she was like, I don't want to hear the slander and the vitriol.
First she posted,
all this
meanwhile, I'm at home babysitting kids. First picture.
I bet you are. I mean, motherfucker, you bar sitting at home babysitting the kids. I mean, Urban Meyer's out here making the money and giving you your little allowance. Probably. I don't know, dude, from a can of paint, but I mean, from just listening to this dude, I told you that where there's smoke, there's fire. I mean, how many chances this guy gonna get, man? He hired a fucking racist ass strength coach. You come and you do that, and then you follow that up by bringing Tim Tebow, a guy in the camp, to give him a chance to play tight end who's never played tight end in his life, who had the opportunity to do that at first, and taking an opportunity away from another young tight end that might have kind of got the spot coming out of college. And now you're sitting here doing this dumb shit. You can't coach. You don't know what you're doing. You saying every week we're playing Alabama. Brother, you suck. You know what I mean?
Oh, not the brother, you suck. Not the brother. In all fairness, I believe he garbage, but I will say this. We all know the Jaguars organization is hot garbage. There's not a lot of worse organizations than that.
It might be, man. But I mean, like, the thing is, what I hate is they got a lot of
Washington. I'll throw Washington out there.
Washington organization does suck. They do suck. And like I said, I know we're local, DMV stand up, but the organization sucks, okay? And that organization up north in Baltimore, I know you didn't want to hear this, brother, but that's one of the best organizations in the league. Ravens, Steelers, he told me they decent. Oh, shit.
There's something slight.
Yeah, right. That's a great organization, man. But anyway, I mean, back to the Urban Meyer thing, man. I mean, how y'all feeling about this situation, man? It's just a mess to me.
I personally don't think that
it does say something about the team. So when we talk about Ravens and Steelers and those types of teams, look at the coach they've hired. and the type of men they've hired to lead their teams. You would never see John Harbaugh doing anything stupid like this.
I mean,
could never picture Tomlin saying anything like this.
Yeah.
I mean,
because we know. I mean, because I feel like
speaks to the top of the organization.
Right. I agree.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like someone's personal life doesn't have nothing to do with that. Because if he was winning, it really wouldn't be nothing to it. To be completely honest with you. So, granted, I'm not saying I support what he did, but like there's people calling for his job, and I'm like, nah. If you want to call for his job, you call for a job because they're 0-5, 0-6. You don't call for his job because they got caught with somebody.
The team was.
I don't know, but
the players were more upset he didn't fly home with the team. They said
this motherfucker out here getting ass. He getting pussy. This motherfucker out here getting pussy. He thinking about ass after the game. He said, "Fuck this game. Where the pussy at?" You know what I mean? No, that's what he said, bro. That's what this motherfucker said. He said, "Fuck that flight." You know, fuck Trevor Lawrence, fuck Laviska Shenault. You know, all right, I'm getting this ass, and there's nothing you can do. You can stop me.
And you said it was. See, if I'm not mistaken, you said that was his bar, right? That's like the.
He owns
his,
it's
right. So I mean, my thing is like, I mean, yeah, I get that too, but I mean, if you have other endeavors, that's what I heard too. I heard that like when I was reading, and I even heard when I read about it, like he was known in the area. I didn't know as far as that was his bar. If he want to go to his own bar, he want to go to his own bar. I mean, that's like I said, that's how I personally feel about it, in my opinion. Shit, Robert Kraft got caught doing a tug job, and it was in a janky restaurant, and a janky little Asian parlor, and he's still good. So it's like, and the Patriots is a top tier organization.
But I'm saying we trying to get that out of football though, Jay. What I'm just saying is like the way I look at the NFL is a privilege. They keep talking the NFL is a privilege,
and the coach is a leader,
smoking a little weed, and look, you're the face of the franchise. I mean, look at the fuck what they did to Josh Gordon. Look what the fuck they did. This motherfucker just want to smoke his weed and sit down. You know what I mean? LeGarrette Blount, this motherfucker just wants to smoke his weed. All these players just want to smoke their fucking
Martavis
weed.
Bryant.
Martavis Bryant. Great talent. Shit, I would love to have Martavis Bryant, but you want to know why I can't have him? Because that motherfucker likes smoking more than football. He likes Canada.
So, all right. So let me ask you this then. But see, there's a fine line between doing something that's in regulation, which I agree. I don't care what nobody say. You should be able to smoke or do whatever you want, especially if it comes to physical contact. But there's a fine line between you do something outside of work that you do you do like as far as like personal time and stuff like that versus you're not. This is a list that you signed off on. This is what you're not supposed to do. And you directly do that. That's the difference. That's the only difference.
You got to look at it. So Urban Meyer went to Jacksonville saying he was going to change the culture. He said he was building the team based on family values. If you listen to his first press conference, when the coach sets the culture, sets the rules, sets the example, who speak?
Hey, bro, is it just me?
During his bachelor party. Yeah, during his bachelor party. And then he goes and does that. I mean, that's
my biggest thing is look. Check this out, Jay. So I don't even want to say the name. I'm a Jags player. Okay, I go out here and I do something stupid. Like I do something similar, another level that Urban Meyer did. What do you think is going to happen to him? Do you think Urban Meyer is going to have a talk with him, or you think his ass is going to get cut? You know what I mean? Like maybe not the same situation. Maybe he. Rope some women or something like that. That's not, bad. I guess. I mean, it's bad.
Well, that's on the scale. That's something different though.
But that's on the scale what Urban Meyer did. He roped some women
after a loss too. After the team lost, he didn't fly back with the team back to Jacksonville.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that like? Do you think this motherfucker's gonna get cut, or do they have a stern talking? They cut these people, man. They cut the fuck out of them. Like I said, the NFL head coach or any coaching position or higher organizational position is a privilege. They keep talking about the NFL is a privilege. You know what I mean? Yeah, the NFL is a privilege. I mean, you got to get rid of these guys, man. I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, what Urban Meyer did is not good. I mean, he was sitting up there looking stupid, talking about what I did was stupid. I'm never going to do it again. He's like a first grade kid. Sitting up there reading his storybook he didn't even read last night.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying in general. I mean, these things when they come out, they kind of work for themselves, if that makes sense. He still got to go home to a like honestly, I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. He got to still go home and look at his wife every day.
His wife don't care. His wife probably knows he's out there getting ass, bruh. She don't give a fuck. She's like, oh, that's just urban being urban. Oh, he out here embarrassing
man, let me tell you, the women I deal with is built different. Because I tell you something.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, but nah.
I mean, like I said, she don't care. She's like, oh, this motherfucker's rich. Okay, I'm going to live my lavish life. Okay, he might can cheat. But the thing, he's always done this. There's been history. He has a historic history of doing the same shit. Little stories is coming out. Look at the little guy. Even where was he at? Z, what was it? You probably know his little coach. He was trying to lie for or some shit.
Oh, the Iowa
coach trying to lie for
him. Strength coach from Iowa, the racist.
Him. Another guy. Remember when some of his coaches was slapping somebody around or something? Was that Ohio State?
What?
Yeah.
Zach Smith.
Zach Smith, bro. That's what I'm saying. He's sitting there trying to cake for him, and now his ass is in hot water. Now he ain't got nobody to blame but himself. He's sitting out there.
But he learned it's not Ohio State. I mean, you saw he was wearing his Ohio State pullover, like he's in college. I was like, what the heck?
This boy's stupid, man. But
like people wouldn't recognize him just because he got the Ohio State.
Right, just because he got the right, bro. You're still being recognized, bro. Your face been plastered everywhere.
That boy is stupid, but
no, I mean I understand culture and stuff like that too, but it also I don't know, like there's people that I feel like to have. Okay, so let me address.
What if Brian Flores did that? The black head coach of Miami. This motherfucker had a hell of a hard time getting that job.
Right,
you know
and you know what? Just see, that's the thing though. If Brian Flores did that, right, I will be also, but I will also be against him getting fired. That's the thing. I'm not because like if he did something, like I said, still no matter what, if it's outside of football, work, office, players, then that's in my personal business. That's really it. I just need you to come in and produce. Now it's not like he left in the middle of the football game or didn't come to the football game to go to his bar and start. Because now that's not making sense because you have an obligation.
He didn't go home with the team after a loss. Team flew back to Jacksonville. He stayed to party and do that.
He's sitting there looking all sad in the press conference, and then he's on the dance floor like, I'm not even gonna make this.
Well, he's not even on the dance floor. He on the stool, bro. He too old for that.
He just sitting.
You heard the stories about he was afraid to talk to the team as a whole, so he talked to them individually with the position groups. So he went into the position group meetings, and they said players were just laughing when he walked out the room. This guy,
I bet, because they're grown ass men. I'm telling you, it's a difference when you deal with grown ass men. They don't respect you. They're stronger than you. They're faster than you. A lot of them are smarter than you. And you got this
money. A lot of them make more money.
They make more money than you. And you can't talk to these fucking guys like they're college. If you can pull that shit at Ohio State, coach, you my dog. These grown ass men, like, motherfucker, you dumb as shit, man.
and they're laughing. But see, that is my whole thing. Like, if they are laughing you out, I'm not saying that this is acceptable and it's okay, but I think that it is still absolutely being blown out of proportion because of the Myers. Like I said, in general, if he was winning, that's a distinct thing. If he was winning,
Jon Gruden was winning.
Yeah, there you go. Jon Gruden was this. Jon Gruden, what he did was a lot. Worse.
No, I'm about to say, don't compare that because what Jon Gruden did is
but he was still winning.
Terrible. John, and also what Jon Gruden did is directly associated still with football. He sent it to someone else within the organization about other players in general. That's directly correlated.
That's totally separate the thing things. Where the Players Association wants to see if there's any bias in coaching hires in Washington, any bias in why players.
That right there is way different than Urban Myers. Get Jon Gruden ass out of here.
Because remember when Jay Gruden was coach, how he talked about RG3?
Oh, yeah, bro. Come on, man.
Remember how he talked about him in the press conferences?
Man.
And, I mean...
Yeah.
He brings some bad.
he couldn't out bad. But
yeah,
yeah,
he is
like,
cutting out.
but like you said, he was how they was talking about him in the press conference. Like you said, they was sitting there making it seem he was so dumb, and you know, other dude is so smart. You know,
that's
Kirk
jacked up.
So smart. Yeah. You know what I mean? And all of that, this is stupid shit like that, man. So, you know, shout out to all the black quarterbacks that's doing work. I mean, stop the Lamar hate. You know, hopefully Deshaun Watson gets to an area where he can play, man. I know it's a little embarrassing for dude. You know, I don't know.
Lamar,
from what I understand,
check.
He's gonna be loaded. My man coming fresh off a Monday night. Monday night win at home, you know, it was a credible game. I mean, Z, you was there, man. Opening touchdown. We'll get into it, you know, once we get to the recap.
I'll just say he's special.
Yeah,
let's talk about. He is special. I mean, he's special.
Let's talk about this Fury and Wilder fight before we get into the NFL. I know you guys are like, man, let's talk about the fucking football. But we gotta talk about this fight first, okay? If you're a fight fan, man, we all love fighting. Jay is a little different for him. It's near and dear, and he actually does this shit. You know what I mean? So, you know, we talking on, you know, something that's, you know, near and dear to us. We love boxing. Like, to be honest, if real fights like that would happen every weekend, I guarantee you I would be a fight fan way more than football. Because there's nothing like watching a grown man get punched in the fucking face and go down.
Savage.
I'm telling you, bro. There's nothing like that. If you're like an alpha male, like a real salute general type dude, like when you watch that shit, you're like the adrenaline, the rush. You know what I mean? If you've ever been in the gym hitting a fucking punching bag, if you ever been to a fight, period, watch a motherfucker get knocked out is the most incredible thing in the world.
A bucket list for everybody to go to a big fight. With that atmosphere,
and we did it, yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shit. We went to we went to the. So anybody that doesn't know, me and Jay, G didn't go, but we're gonna go all three go to a fight. Me, Jay, and my boy D. We went out to New York, man, and went to go see Anthony Joshua get his big clumsy ass knocked out. He was all hyped out, you know, coming to get knocked out against Andy Ruiz in New York. His ass never made an appearance in the States again. But go ahead, Z. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, I mean, like I went to see Roy Jones live and in person. There's nothing like a live, big time boxing event. I mean, it is. And then when it's showtime, you go through all. You never realize it. You go through all your pre-fights. There's like 10, 11 fights before the main fight, and then when it comes on TV. The place goes dark and the lights come on. Like, wow, it looks like a totally different arena. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, man.
That's a bucket list thing for everybody. I would recommend if you have a chance to see a championship fight night. And the Fury Wilder was the ultimate.
It was incredible.
Save them coins, baby, because I'm telling you right now, it's expensive.
Oh, yeah. They're definitely expensive. It's expensive as hell. And the thing is, you don't want to go to the fucking fight and get the nosebleeds. Nah, you don't watch the shit at home for that. You got to go to the fight, you know, save up your money like Jay said, like we did, man, and just ball out, man. Like, I'm not saying you got to be front row, you know what I mean, where you can see dudes get the sweat knocked off of their face, but be there.
We're in coronavirus.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, you be there, man, so you can really see this shit. But let's talk about this fight, man. I mean, Fury versus Wilder, man. I mean, Wilder took all fucking night to come out the dressing room. What the fuck was going on with him? He was sitting there pissing me off. Because I'm like, Wilder, get your bitch ass to the ring, man.
Oh, here we go.
But I mean, his whole entrance, you know what I mean, was cool. You know what I mean? Him coming out. And, you know, I just like how they walk out. You know, Tyson Fury. Oh, go ahead, Jay.
Oh, nah. Go ahead, bro. Because, you know, I'm ready to let it rip. I've been itching to talk about fighting on the show for a minute. So
I feel you. So, like I said, Tyson Fury comes out. The first few rounds, I mean, fellas, I mean, You tell me. I mean, Wilder was giving it to his ass.
If you watch the live betting lines, so Fury he was literally minus 1,400 and then got knocked down, and it flipped to plus 900 for Wilder. Then it flipped again, and then he knocked him down again. And I'm like, the wild swings of the first few rounds was crazy.
I know, absolutely. And the thing is, if you bet at the right time on Tyson Fury, because he was an underdog at a few points in the fight, you could have made real dough. If you could have bet on him for the knockout, you could have made real dough after the second knockdown. If you did an game or in
or
fight.
live betting. Oh, I'm very good at that.
God,
I wasn't home.
Like $1 might have got you like 400. You know what I mean? I'm exaggerating.
It got up to plus 1,200. So 100 would win you 1,200.
That's amazing.
Right after the second time he got knocked out, I was sitting there like, wow.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's what. Oh, go ahead, Jay.
Nah, go ahead, Rom.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's why I said there's big money in sports betting. Like somebody hit that shit. Somebody hit the 100. Somebody probably put 300 or 400 on the plus money with Fury, and they're probably paid. They're probably quitting their job today. You know what I mean? Like I wish I could do, but I can't.
I took the value bet pre-fight Fury by knockout at plus 110. So I was sweating all the way to that. Knock his ass out! Knock his ass out!
Oh yeah, I bet the 7 because when it first came out, the knockout, the rounds would go 7+.
Oh yeah.
So I landed that one. Yeah, I landed that one. Usually.
Yeah. So
they scared me at first. Yeah, they were knocking each other out the 4th and 5th round. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, it was going at it, man. But for anybody, man, that was hating. Why? I love. First of all, I mean, stop hating on these guys. These guys, you got to commend these guys. Wilder included, man. I mean, they gave us the fight we wanted to see. Nobody wants to see these bum-ass fights, man. I mean, these fucking fighters that have no business being in the ring with each other. You know, we want to see the good fights. Like, you know, Charlo versus
Would you want to see
Triple
this a
G
third time?
Huh?
Or would you want to see Fury Wilder 3?
I would love. Hell yeah, I want to see it again. I mean, like I said, I love fights like that. You know what I mean? I don't want to see these fucking dumb fights like with Sean Porter versus Earl Spence. We know Earl Spence is gonna win, dog. You should beat him. We don't want to see Crawford versus Spence. I mean, Crawford versus Sean Porter. We want to see Crawford versus Spence. Like we want to see Canelo versus Charlo. You know what I mean? We want to see shit like that.
And I don't know why the TV networks don't do so. For this fight, Fox and ESPN worked together. Fox had Wilder, ESPN had Fury. They worked together and gave people the fight they wanted. Why don't they do that for every big fight? Because that's always the problem. The promotions will never let it happen.
It's money, man. It's money.
Yeah, it's money. You're right, Rom. It's money.
It's money because these guys are, my fighter's the bigger draw. I'm the A side. No, I'm the A side. No, you the B side. And now I understand why Anthony Joshua was so hyped up. That dude couldn't fuck with none of these dudes. He can't. The dude got fucking knocked out against Usyk.
Okay? Hey, Usyk, he ain't knocking him out, but Usyk was whipping him. He was hurting on his ass, boy. I tell you, you're right, might as well.
I mean, the thing is, if you fought Andy Ruiz for another time, he ain't gonna. Andy Ruiz probably would have punished Joshua again. You feel me? I mean, it's just so many good fighters. Like, why didn't Anthony Joshua fight? What's the dude? I think he'll beat him. Ortiz. I think Ortiz will punish Joshua. To be honest, King Kong Ortiz. He was just hyped up to me. But I mean, in this fight, man, I mean, Wilder came to
Joshua Wilder now. That might be a good
shit.
That'd be I'll watch.
That's a fight they can.
I want to see it.
They can finally make. Yeah, now they'll make the fight since they.
That's what I was thinking. That's the first thing that happened. That's the first thing that's gonna happen.
Anthony Joshua would die.
Anthony Joshua if he die, he die.
Okay,
God damn it.
Okay. But no, I would love to see fights like that, man. I love seeing, real competition fights. But like I said, Fury, he's the most technical boxer at that heavyweight division, man.
He is.
He came back strong. He got knocked down twice, got up off the floor twice and just gave it to him, man. I mean, Wilder got a little winded. I got to commend Wilder. He came with a new game plan. He was sticking and moving. And, he did up until he got winded. Those later rounds, he was standing there, he was getting winded. But Wilder came with a new game plan. Jay, like, what did you see in this fight, man?
One, you know what I'm saying, Wilder did surprise me. But like I was telling my friend Q that he could change the game plan, whatever he wanted to do, but there was nothing he could have done to beat Fury.
Yeah.
No matter what. Two,
he got winded. He got tired.
Yeah, knockout. And also Fury realized when he got knocked out and he was dropped and then got rocked, he put that 290 pounds on him. Right. That's peak. That's peak. Peak physical fitness, y'all. All right? Peak physical fitness. So 290 on him. And three, This is the best we've seen from Wilder. You can. This is what? Who's Fury gonna fight next?
Yeah.
Wilder gonna have to fight Anthony Joshua. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and you know what? Surprisingly, I don't think that would be. I don't think that's as easy fight as people say it is. I got Usyk probably doing better than Wilder. Possibly. Maybe not knockout, but like throughout the rounds, as far as technical boxing wise, it'll probably be an interesting display, especially since he's southpaw too.
Right, I agree. I do think the Usyk Fury fight will be closer between rounds because Usyk is a real boxer puncher, and Fury's the same way. I just think, like I said, Fury just a little too big. Him being 6'9", 270, 280.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be able to do nothing with him.
Was Usyk a cruiserweight or some shit?
Yeah, Usyk not heavy, bro. He's small.
Light heavyweight. I think he's light heavyweight.
Yeah. I mean, he is a good fighter though. I do like seeing him fight. But just he should. There's no reason why Anthony Joshua, if they say who they said he was supposed to lose the dude like that, especially like that. It. You know what I mean? I can see a close to fight, but like I said, at the end of the go ahead.
Brother.
Dang. Oof.
What happened?
No, Tyson Fury talked about his brother Tommy Fury. Said if he loses Jake Paul, he's kicked out of the family, has to change his name.
Dang.
Hey, oh man, hey, you got to win this fight. His brother's a professional fider, though, right?
Well, I mean, he's gonna fight Jake Paul next, so.
But I'm saying, isn't he a professional? His Tommy Fury?
Well, he's 3 fights. He's a big reality TV star in Great Britain.
Oh,
so he won one of those dating shows. So he's like a big famous reality TV guy, and he's fought 3 fights, but he fights people he's half his size, and so now he's gonna fight Jake Paul. But they had Fury after the fight say if he loses to Jake Paul, he's gonna have to change his name and leave this family.
The Fury family don't play that.
He's like, I'm taking his gloves. He's changing his name, and
sheesh. All that though. I mean, but all in all, the last thing I want to say is, I don't like Wilder how he did, bro. I don't like Wilder how he did because he walked out.
Yeah, he didn't shake his hand.
He didn't shake his hand.
He was embarrassed.
Like a little bitch.
Even when Fury walked up to him to congratulate him.
Yeah, Fury walked up to him.
But the thing is, that's how Wilder is. Shit. Wilder is bitch made for that. I do agree,
bro.
This dude, he's still making excuses. He's still making excuses when he leaned his weight on him. Bro, this is boxing, dog. This is boxing. First you were talking about the first fight. My man had loaded gloves. Okay, then when you talking about your fucking uniform was too heavy. Like I don't want to hear the excuses no more. Like I said, I commend you this time because you fought hard. But you gotta stop making these fucking excuses, dog. Take that L. You got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. Look at the tape. Fury's giving him nothing but respect, always.
Still giving him nothing but respect.
He's a professional, though. He's a professional.
But I don't like Fury either though, because he got his whole family dropping the N-bomb to a song. So and I'm like, man, nobody can stop him. so I ain't feeling that.
Fury, you gotta stop that shit, man. I ain't gonna say it's the words to the song, but you gotta chill on that. You gotta stop it. Yeah, I mean they do got some nasty little language, but they gotta stop that. But hey, let's you stupid, bro. You got me cracking up. But let's talk about. Let's get back to the football. So for everybody, all our football fans,
Fury did give respect to Detroit though. You gotta. He kept saying, "I'm part of Detroit now because being part of Emmanuel Stewart's Croc Gym." He's like, "This is for Detroit."
He did say that. So shout out Jay. You should love that shit. So
look. It ain't over dropping the N-bomb, but I had the whole kid drop the N-bomb, even the baby. The baby, the only person in the video looking like. So I don't know what to tell you now. Regardless, but before we move on to that, I'm telling y'all a fight I do like is Diaz, and now Diaz is about to fight Garcia. That's going to be a good fight.
Oh shit!
Make sure you watch it. It just got announced a few days ago. When I saw that come across, I said, "Yes, sir." Yeah,
that's a big fight. So that's on the UFC side. So
no, that's boxing, bro. It's boxing. Garcia. Yeah,
Garcia. Who?
Look, come on, Ryan Garcia. This is gonna be somebody to smoke. This is the smoke.
But he's not gonna fight the Baltimore guy?
Nah, he not. But he about to fight my boy. You know what I'm saying? Before we move on, it's right there in the Discord. Take a quick peek.
Take a quick peek. At this, bro.
That's my guy. That is my guy.
Who's Diaz though, bro?
Yeah, no, bro.
I'm being. Who's Diaz?
Oh, all right. So
Joseph
lightweight,
Diaz.
yeah. Joseph Diaz is my guy.
Is he a UFC fighter?
No, these are boxing.
These are boxers.
Yeah.
Okay, I never heard of him.
Yeah. No, this is my man.
He's nice.
Man.
Okay, so all right. So you tell me when my man Diaz is nice. He can give Ryan Garcia some smoke.
Yeah, I think he can give Ryan Garcia some smoke. Knockout artist, pretty fast, quick hands, and can pack power. He can take some damage. Okay. Like I mean, he's been pushed. That one illness record, you know, he ain't getting knocked out, but he took some damage. He got whooped, but he was in there, and he came and avenged it. So
I gotta check him out. See, I didn't. He must be like I said. I do follow boxing consistently. I just never heard of him. But I mean, if you can
Garcia got pushed his last fight, knocked down. Yeah. He got punished.
Yeah, Garcia. Yeah. I was hoping he would fight Tank, but I mean, this is supposed to be a good fight. I'm looking forward.
Yeah, this is the next up because I'm gonna tell you right now. If he doesn't Tank, Tank gonna kill him. Tank don't have to really know how to box to boxing, but when that hand come.
Did you see the video? Who's the guy who's fighting Tank next? He had a video of him and his 3-year-old son in the ring, and he's like, "Here's my new sparring partner for that short ass Tank. I'm gonna be fighting in a couple months."
Hey, knock his ass out, Tank. Man, don't let him talk. We know you gonna do it.
The 3-year-old kid was bobbing and weaving. He's like, "Oh yeah, just like Tank. This is how I'm gonna do it."
Hey, Tank,
I love boxing, bro.
Man, Tank gonna knock his ass out like everything else, bro.
Got some good fights coming. We got the Canelo versus Plant fight.
He smacked the shit out of him, but go ahead.
He did. Hey, just like that. Elaborate more, sir. Just like the shit out of him.
He definitely smacked shit. Ain't nothing elaborate. Go watch the video. He ducked back, slip, nice, boom, smacked the fuck out of him.
We got some good fights coming, man.
Yeah.
And UFC card is good too.
You see? Yeah. See, I've been trying to avoid that. So, I can talk about that shit all day, just like boxing. All right, so I'm just gonna avoid that. All right.
That's a full card from top to bottom. That's gonna be exciting.
Who's on it? Tell us about it. Shit, we talking about it. So who's on it?
Oh man, so we're gonna now. What do you call it? The headliner got switched up because what's his name got hurt. the guy who got hit illegally his last fight and lost the title.
Yeah, Aljamain, but he's about to fight Sandhagen, which is a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peter Yan is a killer, bro. Peter Yan is a killer.
So Peter Yan picked him though, so there has to be a reason why they picked Sandhagen.
Yeah.
That's his hand-picked opponent.
Yeah, I mean, because Peter Yan, to be honest with you, this ain't boxing. They fighting real people. Sandhagen is an animal. Sandhagen will try to kill you. He's trying to put you down with the hands. And Peter Yan is a Russian killer. He used to be boxing. Used to be a former boxer. He gonna kill, bro. I'm telling you, that's an explosive fight. If y'all gonna watch anything UFC related, catch that.
That's this weekend.
I don't know. I haven't been able to catch the dates. I just got it like on a list. I gotta look on my calendar. But yeah, anytime y'all see Peter Yan fighting, Peter Yan is there to whoop your ass. There will be no submissions. There'll be none of that. He is there to whoop your ass.
Yeah, it's on Halloween, October 30th. So in a few weeks.
Ooh, that's gonna be nasty. That's gonna be a hell of a fight then. Shoot, hey Jay, you gotta let me know. We gotta talk more about that, brother.
Okay, of course.
Hey, like I said, if boxing don't keep making these fights, what I mean, I'm a little hesitant to go on the other side now with the UFC. But like I said, I know this comp over there. Like I said, they cut up good product every weekend. There's no running and hiding. There's no hand-picked opponents. These motherfuckers make you fight. You know what I mean? The big good fights. You know what I mean? So much respect to that. But all right, let's talk about this NFL weekend, man. We're gonna go quickly through this recap. We're not gonna spend long on it before we get into this upcoming week's games. Let's see who we're gonna talk about. Let's talk about the Steelers. We're gonna recap every game. Y'all Steelers got back on track at home, man. Y'all beat the Broncos, man. Tell us what happened.
Big game. They ran the ball. I mean, Najee controlled the game, ran the ball, had 160 yards in the first half rushing, which they haven't done. So they finally got offensive coordinator finally learned what Steeler football is, and we got to run the ball. Offensive line played well, defense played well as usual. This is a huge stretch. So they got Seattle.
Huge winnable stretch without Russell Wilson, Geno Smith. Playing the Geno Smith-led Seattle Seahawks.
So
Even though he did not play bad last time, but oh man.
But look, as a Steeler fan, in Steeler history, the last 10 years, they struggle with backup quarterbacks. So I'm never too confident.
See why you keep on dropping these unfavorable stats?
Every time, I've seen it too many times. Every time a scrub quarterback is in, I mean, if they win, it's a struggle win. And then you never hear from them. Like, man, Kyle Orton? Tim Tebow? All right.
Shit, I remember Kyle Orton from his days of Purdue. I don't know from his days of
Purdue. The days of Purdue.
Terrell Pryor beat them playing quarterback for the Raiders. I was sitting there like, what the hell? And that dude became a receiver.
Right.
Yeah, that's trash. I remember Terrell Pryor. Oh my gosh. Woo! Scrub.
In this game, I mean, it looked like Ben got back on track. He had 2 touchdowns. Like you said, Najee had a hell of a game running the ball, and they gave him the ball. And the thing is, with the Broncos, did we really think the Broncos are going to be that good? I mean, under Teddy Bridgewater, I mean, he's solid, but like I said, at the end of the day, you really need a dude at the QB position. Watch who's going to be there at the end. I mean, Chase Claypool went off. I mean, Chase Claypool's, he's just an absolute beast.
He'd been injured, so he came back from injury, so that was big. Juju out for the year. That's a tough one.
That doesn't matter. You got Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson's better than Juju Smith-Schuster to me. I mean, he's just
here we go.
He's been exposed, bro. When AB left, and when AB was on the Steelers and Juju Smith was getting a name for himself and stuff like that, I was like, okay, we're gonna rock with Juju Smith-Schuster. Antonio Brown, see you later. And then your receiver one, you getting that number 1 corner. You know what I mean? They shading the coverage to your side now. You can't stand up. You know what I mean? You let the young boy, you let Claypool come in and show you how it's done. He said, "Excuse me, sir. I'm receiver 1. Sit your little ass down." All right.
And Johnson is the only route runner that can get open on his own.
Oh yeah.
So consistent.
He is doing work.
And so, but I'm encouraged. This is a huge stretch. So the next 4 weeks are going to decide the season. Basically, they got Seattle this week. They got the Browns. They got the Bears, and then they got the Lions. So they have to go 4-0. If they can go 4-0 in those games, it's a new season. So then 4 weeks is make or break for the Steelers based on their season.
Yeah.
The biggest thing for them is if the Steelers can consistently run the ball. I was watching the game a little bit. I know the Broncos are a little banged up. Von Miller played. Chubb did not play. I think he's out for a while. The Broncos' defense is solid. But at the end of the day, they're not great. So that's one of the reasons they were able to run the ball. But if the Steelers can run the ball and add some balance, because you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to do that. Like, he's going to have that something to help him out. He's going to have a running game. He can't throw the ball 37, 40 times a game like he did last year. Last year, Ben Roethlisberger was shit. He looked like the MVP for the first 11 weeks. Throwing those little short passes. He did until they caught on to him. But I mean, the Steelers look good in this game, man. And then, like I said, we're gonna be, getting to their upcoming matchup with the Seahawks in the upcoming week. But Jay, tell us about your game last week, man. Who did y'all play? Who did y'all play?
Oh my gosh, let's not talk about that.
Y'all play? We got to talk about it, bro. Because like I said, it's changed. There's so much to talk about. We got to talk about the Raiders. What happened? What they were thinking in that game, and then also Justin Fields looked a lot better in that game. So tell us what you thought of that game, bro, from your perspective.
I think that all this news that was going on really affected
Khalil Mack's revenge.
Khalil Mack revenge definitely ate. Alex Leatherhead, thank God.
Honestly, what do you think Jon Gruden's racism had to do with getting rid of Khalil Mack right away when he became head coach? Not wanting to pay Khalil Mack.
That's interesting. I don't know if it may have been it could
think about it. They got rid of Cooper, and they got any solid black player that they had in as soon as he became coach. Cooper traded to Dallas.
Right, and they didn't want to give them big money, right?
Yeah. Khalil Mack
and he stuck with Hunter Winthrow. Yeah, that's the receiver one.
Yep. I mean, but look, Hunter be balling, man.
He ain't no fucking Amari Cooper now. I don't know what you say.
He's not Amari Cooper, but also, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Amari Cooper wasn't doing too much with with the Raiders. When he went to Dallas, I'm gonna give him credit. When he went to Dallas, it seemed that he like really blossomed.
Pretty good. He wasn't doing
what he's doing now. Yeah, it's a combination of things.
Think
right?
about it though. Get rid of Khalil Mack, replace him with Carl Nassib and Max Crosby.
Right.
Hey, look, I won't have no slander against Max Crosby, all right? You don't put Max Crosby in this game.
Max is nice. I give him that, but you gotta look at it this way too, though. Like I said, the Amari Cooper thing, you trade him and you bring in Hunter Winthrow. You know, I mean, he's athletic since he's in the NFL. I mean, a less unathletic little white guy, and you got this beast for a wide receiver of Amari Cooper, and you traded for that, and then
they tried to fix that mistake with AB.
Right.
And
right.
But I mean, I ain't gonna tie the race, but I mean, it's just a bunch of bad.
But AB did say they were racist.
It's bad decisions.
AB did bring that up when he left. When AB left, he did say Meyer, Gruden. Yeah, he said they was racist. And
I mean, but
he did
also
as he left the Raiders.
It makes sense why he might have done that shit though, and now everything kind of might be put in perspective of why he did that dumb shit. AB ain't bitch made. I'm gonna let you go ahead, Jay. But AB's not bitch made. He ain't gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, you're racist. Okay, I'll still play for you." I mean, yeah, my boy
in
AB.
honor of his great day.
Let's go. One of the greatest of all time. Jay, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Too bad he's not being great for y'all. As in Pittsburgh.
Only one who played for all three of our teams.
Oh, he did. Yep.
Yeah, I'm really thinking about it. Yeah, that's true. Goddamn. Nah, that's true. I mean, my thing is, one, I agree with that. I agree that like AB is a real one, but also AB is very stupid. Says the same guy that would throw stones in the car and then run back in his house and just be like, "Oh, the police come to get me." I take that with a grain of salt no matter what. Not saying he ain't right, but AB was tripping too.
People called him crazy when he said Jon Gruden's a racist.
I didn't call him crazy. I ain't going crazy at all for that.
General public and the media, they said AB was crazy, then they cut
mainstream media.
I mean, but that's the truth though. But he's a nut. No matter what you say, he's a nut. The only person that seemed like he acted accordingly around is Tom Brady, and that's the reason why he brought him back. But anywhere,
he was doing all right in Pittsburgh. He just wanted to get out,
and even now
right. But that's still part of being a nut.
How was he?
He was tripping.
How?
Well,
he just wanted to get out. All these guys do the same thing when they want to leave.
His downfall in Pittsburgh was when he was in the locker room FaceTiming himself while Tomlin was saying the next round of the playoffs was going to be at New England, and Tomlin in the background is saying, "Now we get to play them cheating asshole up in New England and take care of them next week." And AB is live streaming that whole thing. That was the beginning of the end in Pittsburgh. I was like, "Oh man."
That was so
everybody got a real open picture of the real Mike Tomlin, because he's like, great game, first round of playoffs. On the second one, now we get to take care of those piece of shit assholes up in New England. They said piece of shit cheating assholes up in New England. And AB's filming it live. He put it live on Facebook.
Yeah, because Tomlin, he wants to keep an image. Like, yeah, I'm Mike Tomlin. Like, I just move my eyes real quick around here. He don't want nobody wants to be heard saying that shit. These locker room. Locker room conversations are supposed to be sacred. I get it, but yeah, for AB's perspective, man. Like I said, I'm happy he's doing work for the Bucks. But back to the game, Jay. Y'all, like I said, how do y'all lost to the Bears? I guess it's coming off, in wake of the Jon Gruden thing.
Yeah.
Real quick before we move on, do you really think you guys can turn? Because you guys were having a hell of a season. Got some real key wins.
You got Denver this week.
You should beat Denver. I ain't gonna lie to you. Denver's a divisional opponent, and Teddy Bridgewater is not great, man. He's solid. They got the receivers are out. He'll cover the spread, shit. Hey, but y'all should get back on track, man. We'll get into it when we get back.
I don't know. It depends how they react to this. With Nassib taking personal days, and then they still have to it depends how long they have to talk about Gruden. So So Wednesday they talked about Gruden. Thursday, if they're still talking about Gruden, then it'll leak in from last week to this week. That's why last week the Bears were a good plus money bet, because that thing dropped on Friday. So you knew the Raiders were distracted.
I do want to talk about these next few games as far as for a recap. I do want to talk about this Chargers-Browns game.
Yeah. Great.
Man. Points. Who would have expected that though? I mean, the Browns. I mean, Baker Mayfield putting up points. I mean,
yeah, Baker Mayfield was firing off. Sheesh.
He was doing a good job
until the end, until the last drive, and the coach didn't trust him.
Yeah, you don't trust. The thing is, you don't trust Baker when it's time to come back or win, or if the game is his hands. If you cannot do play action and run the ball, that's the only reason he looks good is because of play action. Big ass offensive line, the fear of getting run
in that game. So they got the ball with 1:30 left, down 7. They need a touchdown, and they were throwing 2-yard pass, 2-yard pass, 2-yard pass. Then it was 3rd and 10, and they ran a draw. On the last drive to win the game, 3rd and 10, and they ran a draw.
Because they don't trust them. They don't trust. I get it. You don't trust Baker Mayfield. Like, why would the fuck would you put the ball in Baker Mayfield's hands? Is it Nick Chubb or Kareem Hunt or Baker Mayfield?
Yeah,
I can't read defenses really. You know, he can only throw play action plays.
Yeah,
you know?
But I'm not gonna say only play action. I'm about to say no, I only play action.
He ain't no drop back QB.
He may not be a drop back QB, but I don't think there's
the first.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm waiting for Z. I thought Z was talking.
No, it was the first team in NFL history to I think it was to score 40 points, to have no turnovers, to have over 500 yards of offense and lose the game. First time ever.
That was a hell of a game, man. I mean,
that was nuts.
Now, I'm sitting there looking at the stats. Baker Mayfield, I got to give dude his credit. He had 305 yards. In today's NFL, that's pretty. I mean, but thing is, he throws. Why? If you watched what the Browns do, I understand why he did it. I got to give him credit, though. He had 2 touchdowns, no picks, 305 yards.
That's why they didn't trust him on the last drive. I had my money on the Chargers, so I was happy.
Yeah. Me too. That scared the hell out of me.
on the last drive, I think the guy he played good the whole game. When it's time to win the game, the coach didn't trust him.
Yeah,
I mean, at the end of the day, he is a peak game manager. Me and Roman's already agreed on that.
Yeah,
the best he's gonna be as a game manager, and I completely understand that. In general, I would have trusted my running backs in general. So
yeah,
I'm not totally against it.
I feel you. I mean, I'm sitting here looking like, well, Nick Chubb went off, and he had 21 rushes for 161. Kareem Hunt had 12 for 61. I mean, that's in 2 touchdowns. I mean, these running backs by themselves scored 3 touchdowns. And Joko went off at the tight end. Oh, my God. He almost had a 200-yard receiving day. 7 receptions for 149. Yes, he had a 71-yard touchdown, you know. From
which tight end?
And
the Cleveland tight end, and Joko.
Oh, yeah. Shoot. He was eating, boy.
He was going off. But you look on that other side, my man Mike Williams had 8 receptions for 165. I don't play fantasy, but if I had you got to get Mike Williams.
Bro, I'm looking at some fantasy team right now. Mike Williams is on my bench, dog.
Because they when the coach took over, their offensive coordinator, they got him from the Saints. And when he put in the offense, his first press conference said Mike Williams is going to be playing the position of the receiver from Ohio State.
Michael Thomas. Yeah.
And everybody thought Keenan Allen would be it, but yeah. And he said Mike Williams is the Michael Thomas on my offense in this team. And everybody was like, what?
He got the connection with him. He cut out. But yeah, he got the connection with Michael Williams. I mean, that you can see it. He goes to him, he throws back short. What the last game they played, I forgot who they was playing. At the end of the game, Mike they go for the win.
Monster.
Yeah, I mean, he's
looking at 30 fantasy points on the bench.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you gotta put that motherfucker in the game. Like, he's receiver 1 for the Chargers. And then you got Keenan Allen on the other side.
Chase went off too last game too.
Yeah, he did. I mean, Herbert is real, man. This man is 26 of 43, pretty much 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. This boy, man.
Washington is going to regret that. So, Chase Young over Herbert. Right. That draft will be remembered.
Yeah, they drafted the local kid, man. They drafted Chase Young.
Tua over Herbert. Miami.
Yeah, I mean, you can't make this shit up, man. I mean, like I said, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, these guys got to be held accountable, man. I mean, before we move on to the next game, man, I mean, check out the Chargers. They got a really good game coming up this weekend. We'll get into it. But Baltimore. It's gonna be a good game. Let's talk. I want to talk about this Bucks game before we get into the Week 6 action, man. Bucks, like I said, not gonna spend long on it, but for my Bucks fans, like I said, we got the win over the Dolphins.
Big win.
You know, over Jacoby Brissett and them. Tom Brady, man. I mean, he just looks like he just keeps getting better and better and better. His old ass just keeps slinging that motherfucker. Like up and down the field, up and down the field. I go to the bathroom, touchdown. Like, damn, how they score a touchdown that quick? You know, I mean, Mike Evans had a magnificent day. And AB, Z, you wearing the fucking jersey, man. I was telling,
he played well.
I was telling people before the season started, this is AB's our receiver one. I'm telling you, and in crunch time and third down, Tom looks for him. He's the most targeted guy on the team. I think when AB plays, and I understand why. I mean, his route running is incredible.
Yeah,
like he's a top 5 receiver all time. You know, I don't know. You know, I know people might not like that, but this boy puts in work. You know what I mean? He's just an incredible route runner. He's always open. But yes, the defense is starting to step up a little bit. And like I said, I know it's the Dolphins, but at the same time, it's coming off a loss. Who did we play? We played the Rams a few weeks ago. So we needed.
That's understandable, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Bucks play Thursday. What do you think of the quick turnaround against the Eagles?
Man. So let's hop into this Week 6 action. So with this game, man, with the Bucks, like I said, being on the road, I was watching the game. Tom Brady, they said he's gonna play, but he does have a thumb or finger injury. I don't think he has the Russell Wilson injury, but he does. He did do something stupid with his finger or his thumb. So, and I saw him. You know, there was in press conference. It was wrapped and shit like that. He's gonna be a little banged up. So the Bucks in this game with the short turnaround. Levante David is out. Bucks fans, they say he's gonna miss some weeks. The linebacker for the Bucks on that side, play caller Devin White's gonna have to step up and take over for Levante David, but. As far as for Tom and that offense, I think it's going to be business as normal, as usual. But we're going to have to run the ball a little more because Tom Brady's hand is fucked up, all right? And on top of that, I don't want to keep seeing Tom throw the ball this much. Man. I don't want to wear, you know, my superstar, my Lamborghini, my Maserati out before the play. I don't want to do it, man. It just looks like it's on that. It's not sustainable, man. As old as he is and as great peak shape as he is, he can't be throwing the ball 30-plus times a game, man. We can't keep relying on his arm. We got to run Leonard Fournette.
Taking hits. That's the problem. You don't want him to take hits.
Yeah, that's
he gets rid of the ball quick, though. He
does. Yeah. Right. He recognizes that. But the thing is, you watch these games later in the season when the weather starts getting bad. What if an offensive lineman slips? Like Donovan Smith, I think, gave up a sack in this game. Like, what if, you know, Donovan Smith slips and somebody comes and heats Tom's ass up? Then Bucks fans, we're stuck with Blaine Gabbert. Nobody wants to see that. You know? Like, nobody wants to see that. You know what I mean? The quarterback position is so paramount in today's game. But like I said, I mean, as far as this game, I think Fournette had a great game last game. Running the ball, catching the ball. Give the ball to big black-ass Fournette. You know, I can say that because I'm a black dude, all right? But
I mean, yeah. Did they question it? I mean, they see your face.
Yeah. But no, just Rome said no charges in the game. Yeah, I'm black. Okay, shut the fuck up. But anyway, you give him the ball. Ronald Jones running the ball a little better. It looks like we're not gonna trade on Bucks fans. I was really hoping that we could and get a draft pick or something. Him and OJ Howard, you know. But looks like we're not. But yeah, in this game, I'm looking forward to running the ball with Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones, getting the tight end involved, in the defense being without Levante David. They should be able to handle the Eagles, man.
Eagles are sneaky team because Jalen Hurts sometimes looks like Nick Foles to me. When he's on, it's a Nick Foles type of play.
Yeah, when he's on, he balls. I'm not gonna even lie to you, bro.
Yeah,
not gonna lie to you.
I'll say this. Like I said, I'm not sleeping on the Eagles because I really want to go to this game. If something, you know, I was going to go to this game. There's some things that are holding me back. I'm not going to say, you know, what they are. I'm supposed to go to this game. But, you know, I'm looking at this game. They're -7 on the road. The money line isn't bad. They're in my bets of the week, and we're going to get to it later on in the show. Who do you guys got in this game, fellas? Eagles, Bucks. Who's winning?
Come on, man. Is that really a question?
I gotta ask. Like we always do, bro.
Oh,
I guess we all on the Bucks.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I like Hurts, but I don't trust the Eagles. So.
I'm not saying I like Hurts too, but
I hear you. So shoot, let's talk about this next game. So the Dolphins on the road in Jacksonville. I ain't gonna spend long on it. I mean, it's the shit bowl. You know,
one win between both teams.
That's funky.
How you guys feeling about this game? How you guys feeling about it?
Is it a game?
He said, "Is it a game?"
You know, I'm on fade Jacksonville every week, so
I'm fading them too.
Just look at the coaching matchup.
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
it's
that alone. Yeah, that alone. I got the Dolphins in this one, man. I mean, I think with Jacoby Brissett, I think he got banged up last game, but I think he'll come out and ball.
Is Tua back?
He's practicing. He's practicing. Yeah. I don't think he's.
If Tua playing, then
that's what I said. If Tua plays now, I might be fading.
No Dolphins.
Oh shit! Where's my first read? You know what I mean? So, like I said, everybody knows how I feel about Tua. I mean, Tua can't read defenses. This is the reason why the Dolphins were looking for a trade partner for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he just needs to go somewhere else. You know, or learn to play the QB position better. But anyway, so who we got in this game? Who y'all got? Who's winning? Jacksonville Dolphins.
I'm still going Dolphins, bro.
Man, even I'm on Miami. Yeah, no way I'm taking Jacksonville. I'm
fading
Jacksonville every week.
Ain't no way in hell, yeah.
That's the London game, right? That's the 9:30 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah, Jackson plays. They sold.
That's their home game.
5 of their games to London. Yeah.
Yeah, because they suck so bad. So. I mean, for me, I got the Dolphins.
But he owns the stadium, though. That's the thing. So the team in London is owned. The soccer team is owned by the Shad Khan.
Oh,
so
that makes sense.
Yeah, so he plays in his home stadium in England.
Okay, all right, I got you. So we all on the Dolphins in that one, man. I mean, I ain't gonna put no money on either of these teams. Next game,
old rivalry.
Yeah, it is an old rivalry. Next game, Colts at home over the Texans, another shit bowl game. I think the Colts get back on track on this one.
Colts gonna win. Yeah,
I'm about to say I don't know if this is a shit bowl game, but I wouldn't say that. But Colts gonna win.
Yeah,
I got the Colts. Their defense is suspect, but Lamar is special. So Carson Wentz played well last game.
He did. I give him that.
Yeah, running back Jonathan Taylor is special.
Was it the opening play of the game?
Yeah.
Z, you gotta tell us about that. For anybody, Z went to the game, man. You was there.
Enemy territory. Territory.
Bro, what was it like seeing him run down the field? Like literally, like Jonathan Taylor.
Great game. I mean, If Baltimore didn't have Lamar, the Colts win that game big. I mean,
or Lamar
Jackson special.
If they didn't have Mark Andrews.
Well, no, but the key, Mark Andrews is open. He's always open because everybody's afraid of Lamar running the ball. So the linebackers will push up, and he'll just dump it off to Andrews. Linebackers will push up, he'll dump it off to Hollywood Brown. The receivers. So my seats were a little higher, so I got to see the all 22 view. So you can see the play develop, and every time the middle linebackers would take 2 steps up, bam, and you could see it. I'm watching it. I'm like, oh no. As soon as Lamar takes a step forward, the linebackers are so afraid of him running. They rush. The safeties and the linebackers, everybody. He'll look left, and half the defense will react to him. And I've never seen receivers that open. I mean, the Ravens receivers are not that good. Hollywood Brown and Mark Andrews.
It's like the Browns, but from a different perspective, how the Browns run offense and offensive line is so fucking good, and then Baker throws to these wide open. It's the same thing, but it's in a different format. So the Ravens and the Browns,
all Lamar.
Yeah, I mean, in this game, I think the Colts get back on track too. Though, I mean, I think Carson played well. He played well, man. I mean, the thing is, what really
kicks.
He missed what really hurt them too. They could have went about 2 touchdowns. I think Carson was fumbled the fucking ball, sack fumble, and I was like, man.
The kicker missed like a 27-yard kick. I mean, twice. They got one blocked and then he missed another one.
Yeah. Calais Campbell. I cannot believe this big. And the thing is, on the second one, remember the second one when he just missed? If you look at the Calais Campbell got in the backfield again, he could have almost blocked the second one. But he's an expert, at blocking the kicks and shit like that. But I think we all on the Colts in this one, man. I mean, I wouldn't have any other way. Davis Mills did play better last game in his game against the Patriots. Interesting game on the next one, fellas. I do want to hear your real opinions on this. The Packers are on the road in Chicago. The Bears are winners of 2 straight. And it looks like Justin Fields knows what he's doing a little bit. And then what are you guys feeling about this game?
It's a big game in the division.
It is a big game. It's
big game. Where? Yeah.
In Chicago, home game.
Home game. It's a very winnable game for the Bears. If they can put up some points, because the way I look at it, with all of these QBs, Aaron Rodgers, his offensive line is suspect to begin with. If you're a Packers fan, you watched that last game against the
their kicker.
Oh yeah, Mason Crosby.
That dude.
Yeah, he's horrible.
Garbage.
Head ass.
Garbage.
His head is so big, bro. His head is so fucking big.
Oh
it
my
looks
gosh.
bro. No, I'm just saying, bro. If you look at his head when he takes his helmet off, it looks like he's wearing a helmet but it's his actual head. But that's a story for another day. But I mean, the Packers' offensive line is so very suspect, and then again, they do not have another real threat. Tunyon, Cobb is old, and they just got Devontae Adams, and the running backs are pretty good. It's just Aaron needs help, man. Aaron needs help. They really need another receiving threat. The thing is with the Bears, they pose a challenge because they got a good young corner. I forgot his name. Young guy came out of college last year. He was a rookie. He's playing well. It's one of the reasons why they got rid of Kyle Fuller. And then they got Khalil Mack and big Akeem Hicks up front. And those guys get after people, man. So this is a scary game if you're a Packers fan to me. Ultimately, I'm going to pick the Packers, though.
The crowd is going to be rowdy. It's a similar Lamar effect that Chicago has been clamoring for Justin Fields. They don't want no parts of Andy Dalton. So the crowd going to be into it right off the bat.
Yeah, and they're getting pretty good position. Chicago's not a bad team. They're all around their team is good, except the question mark is the quarterback position. All right. I mean, they got receivers with Mooney, Allen Robinson, Cole Clement, I think, at tight end.
Yeah, he's good.
And I mean, they have a solid offensive line and a stable of running backs. It's just Justin Fields. Can you do it? Can you score 20 points? Can you score 21 points and not turn the ball over and give people short fields? If they can do that, the Bears defense is good enough to hold people under really 24 points consistently. If you just, play the game, if you're not going to get the first down and go, don't throw picks, don't fumble the ball. The Bears have a good squad. They can hang in there.
And Matt Nagy letting the offensive coordinator call plays. You notice the wind started coming when he gave up play call.
Yeah.
Last game was the Chicago game. He called plays. He stopped calling plays after that game. And then this week he said, I'm not going to announce who's going to be calling plays this week because the question came to him. 2 weeks in a row, 2 great performances with the offensive coordinator calling the plays. Who's calling plays this week? He's like, I'm not going to reveal who's calling plays this week. I'm like,
Yeah, exactly. Yes, sir.
A lot of people, he was getting a lot of heat in the press conference. And like I said, big media markets like the Boston, Chicago, Washington, New York, all of those, they grill the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
The smaller media, even Dallas, they grill you. But, some of the other places. But, yeah, Chicago, they really got to Matt Nagy. But, I mean, in this game, I think we're all on the Packers right to win this game. Right?
Yeah, easy.
Anybody think Justin Fields comes through?
Maybe to cover the spread.
They'll cover.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah,
that's a tricky minus 4.5. That's a tricky spread.
I know. And the thing is, the Bengals, shit, Bengals could have won. It was because I was looking at it. I know we didn't have a show last week. The Packers were only -3.
Yeah,
-3 over the Bengals. I was like, what?
Yeah,
I'm gonna fuck that up.
So
and I took it.
Joe Burrow injured his throat.
So he did.
Can't talk.
Right, you can't make calls, you can't make checks. So, All right, let's talk about this.
And Lions at home. Lions always play tough at home, so that's always if the spread is high, Lions with their crying ass coach would hang in there. Did you see that in his press conference after the game? Crying, boo-hooing.
He was crying.
He was
the
crying.
The guy that was talking was clawing, fighting, and scratching. That dude.
Yeah, because they lost again the same way they lost to the Ravens. Another 50-yard kick with 1 second left. Yeah. They made the kick to take the lead, but they left Kirk Cousins, a minute 10 seconds.
Captain
and
Kirk.
They had one blown coverage.
Not the Captain
40
Kirk.
yards. And kicked like a 53-yarder to win the game right at the end. With no time on the clock.
Lions, man. Like I said, it's just the Lions. You know what I mean? It's just I'm not surprised what really happens. You know what I mean? The Lions could be at the 1-inch line and run a QB sneak. You know what I mean? And fumble that shit, and they return that for a touchdown and win the game on the last play of the game. I'm not surprised. You know, you can make any story up. It's the fucking Lions. It's Detroit. It's just horrible. But anyway, let's talk about this next game, man. The Chiefs are back on the road, man. Had a horrible crushing loss to the Bills at home. And now they're playing Washington. Jay, that's your team. I'm going to give you first dibs, bro. You're playing the AFC champs of last season. Tell us what's going to happen, bro. What are you expecting?
I like the Washington.
Both teams 2-3.
Do good.
So this is...
Yeah, I think Washington's going to do a lot better than people think. I think the Chiefs have came back down to earth. I think the offense is still explosive. But
Chiefs will be 2-4. Could you imagine that? Chiefs defense is horrible.
That's the thing. They're horrible, man. Like some of the worst I've ever seen.
Washington is the most overrated defense. You saw the Hail Mary they gave up.
Overrated. I don't think it's overrated. People been talking about now. Maybe the second week, but everyone know that we some shit. It ain't overrated anymore. Right. It's rated exactly where it need to be. 32 ranked. 20-something, 28.
When it was Justin Herbert, you were like, it's Justin Herbert. We'll make an excuse. But when it's Jameis going crazy on you, I was like, well.
Crab legs, Jameis, dog.
Jameis came into Washington and ate y'all up, didn't he? I mean, I just can't believe it. I mean, Washington. I know that rocking with Taylor Heineke and things didn't go as planned with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Like I said, I really do think they will get off with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
279 with 4 touchdowns.
Jeez,
Jesus, man, I didn't even know that. Washington, you allowed Jameis Winston to come in and look like the MVP candidate. Like, you can't do that. You know what I mean? Like I said, that defense is so I've been saying they're very overrated. You know what I mean? Our very own Chase Young, local dude, the math of high school. Bro, you gotta show up, man. You gotta, like I said, I keep watching the game. You can't run circles around the dude. He's too
Daniel
small.
Snyder, personal pick, because he played high school ball with Snyder's son.
He don't even look like a defensive end, bro. I've seen him.
Instead of taking Justin Herbert.
He's so incredibly small. Like, you're chiseled. Bro, you got to put some weight on, man. Just looking good in shorts and a T-shirt, that shit don't matter, man. Like, I don't know what else to say, man. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're not living up to the hype. Jonathan Allen consistently keeps doing his thing. And these guys, Payne, is in Sweat. What are you guys doing? Like, what are you doing? You're supposed to be the team. Nobody's supposed to get over 20 points on y'all. Like, what are y'all doing? And then the offense is just looking really stagnant. They need to fire the offensive coordinator. I know a lot of people, and I'm not going to name who. I know some Washington area scouts and reporters. They're trying to make this guy Scott Smith or whatever the fucking offensive coordinator. They're trying to make him the next head coach. This guy sucks.
Well, no,
straight up.
I know Turner. Look, connections. Norv Turner's son.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to air nobody's ass out here on this jump, but I know some of these scouts, reporters, and these inside guys. You know
Scott
what I mean?
Turner.
They want to turn this guy into a head coach somewhere. I'm gonna tell you again. This guy sucks. Okay, fire the fuck out of him. All right, stop hiring these fucking these retreads. Give these other guys some shots.
Yeah, gunning for the juggler.
I'm trying to help you out, bro. Do you want to see your offense do that every weekend, Jay?
Just honestly think about it. Yeah, Norv Turner's son.
Yeah, that's depressing. That's depressing. But you know what? All my teams are depressing right now. So you know, what's one more team to it? You know, what's another day?
Yeah. I mean, let's move on. So, well, in this game, we got to pick it. I mean, I got the Chiefs. Jay, you obviously got Washington. Z, who you got?
No, I still got the Chiefs. Don't sleep.
You can't pick against your own team, bro.
No, I'm realistic now.
Okay.
but I do got the Washington make it covering the spread though.
Yeah, my bet would be Washington to cover the spread. I could never bet the Chiefs because that defense is just terrible.
Shit,
their DBs are just horrible. Think about that. Buffalo at plus 140 last week was the greatest bet and gift ever.
Yeah,
I bet that too and won that one too.
Oh my gosh, the Chiefs' defense is just miserable.
Yeah, but I mean the thing is they got enough defense for Washington. Shit, I say it's a blowout to me. I'm sorry. I mean, they just got too much firepower. They can't get pressure on Mahomes. The only way you beat Mahomes is with pressure. Buffalo has a really good defense. People don't understand that. They have a really, really good defense. You know, athletic, fast, good front seven, linebackers, defensive end, D tackles. In this game, Washington is just a bunch of overrated, highly talented draft picks and a bust for a middle linebacker.
Talk to him.
And Cole Holcomb.
That
Cole Holcomb as linebacker. Yeah.
And Davis, the rookie, doesn't even play. First round draft pick that doesn't play.
That's what I'm saying. He's trash, bro. He can't. It's these guys. You can't just come up and boom people like this is college. You got to be in position. You got to read, the guard on the run plays. You got to look at, different keys. He doesn't know. And like I said, the NFL is most of these guys, if you listen to when they come on, it's mental. It's about mental. It's the reason why Tom's so good. He's not athletic. He's not the strongest. He's not the fastest. The game is played from the head, man. You got to think. You got to use your fucking brain. You got to think fast on your feet. And this guy is probably biting on play action and leaving the tight end wide the fuck open. I know what's happening. I can see it. He looks stupid. But anyway, I mean, let's talk about this next game, man. I mean, I don't want to spend long on it. This Panthers-Vikings game. Who you guys think's winning this one? It's close. The books got it close.
I'm gonna just take. That's a pick 'em. I'm gonna go ahead and take. Who covered? How did Vikings do last week?
Yeah.
I still think Panthers defense is good. They got a corner. They made a trade.
Gilmore. Man.
Yeah.
Does he play this week?
Gilmore's start. Yeah, he should. I mean, he's coming home. He's from Carolina. And then they got the other corner for Jacksonville. The first round pick from Jacksonville is there too.
Henderson.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jay.
I mean, that Carolina's aggressive. They're aggressive.
I mean, with that being said, I'm still going Minnesota.
Going Minnesota on the road. Minnesota do got firepower. They do got Delvin Cook. And this one, man.
You better say Jefferson, dog. That's LSU. Don't disrespect my man.
Justin Jefferson, nice. You know what I mean? He ain't no receiver one now. That's Adam Thielen now. You got to recognize now. All right.
I didn't think Jefferson is weird.
Okay. All right. He might be, like I said, I ain't saying it. Like you take Adam Thielen away, putting that number one wide receiver one and getting that number one corner. Let's see what he do. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion, because I do think he's really good, though. He's really, really good.
I respect it.
But in this game, I got Carolina, man. Like I said, everybody knows how I feel about Brian Burns rushing off the edge. And then Kirk Cousins.
Can't win a game worth shit. He'll get you all the stats in the world.
Now,
if any game.
He struggles on the road, especially on the road. On the road, the Vikings are a different team.
On the road, and I will say this: if you look at Kirk Cousins when he plays against teams with good defensive lines, when they're getting after his ass, he throws picks and he throws the ball away. There's no points gonna be scored on that Viking side. I'm telling you, because once they start blitzing and the defensive tackle, the rookie and Brian Burns and Shaq Lawson or Shaq Thompson at linebacker start blitzing and making plays. And even Gilmore, their corners are crazy, man. Their corners are absolutely crazy. Gilmore, CJ Henderson, and I forgot the other dude's name. And then they got Chen at safety. I mean, these guys are pretty good. Give me the Panthers in this one. That might be a risky, but I do like it game. I'll get it to him in my bets of the week.
I don't know if I put that in my bet of the week, but I do still let the game go either or.
I got you. Let's talk about this Ravens Chargers game, fellas. So this is a big game, man. I do want to spend a little. Tell us what do you guys think about this one?
Chargers, man.
So
Chargers, just like that.
Just like you're getting 3.5. I'll take the plus 3.5 with the Chargers. Problem with the Chargers, they can't stop the run, and the Ravens will have the senior citizens home running backs.
And the Murray been cooking though. I mean, Latavius Murray, yeah, they been cooking.
They got been running. They got the guy from Atlanta,
Freeman, and they got Le'Veon Bell. I think he's
running back. Devontae Freeman and Le'Veon Bell. That's the running back.
They got a stable of guys. I mean, 2 or 3 years ago, shit. I mean, they would have the best running back group in the league.
Hey, that would have been a fire running back group. You hear me? So.
It would have been. So, I mean, in this game,
but man, they have Lamar. Lamar is always the X factor.
Yeah.
Because you got to count Lamar's run too.
This is going to be one of my bets of the week.
They can't stop the run at all.
I can see it. This is going to be my bets of the week. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to take the Chargers. I'm going to tell you what to do with them in my bets of the week, all right? But I think, we all on the Chargers, right?
Yeah, we all on the Chargers.
Yeah. I mean, the Lions and Bengals, I don't want to spend long. Who y'all got? I ain't even going to elaborate on this one.
Oh, now that's another shit bowl. But I'm going to go ahead and take Cincinnati still.
Yeah, I take the Cincinnati. Lions can't do no right.
0-5
team.
I heard the coach said something about sniffing cocaine.
You lying.
Yeah, it was like some type of quote about like something about, I guess, like snow somewhere. And it's just like, wait. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't have the exact quote. Me and my friend read that earlier. Man.
But the thing is, the way he was talking about biting off kneecaps and clawing and scratching. I mean,
and then the other extreme.
I thought something. I don't want to assume, but he looked like
crying after they lost. Talk about all these new age coaches between Gruden and Urban Meyer. Have you ever seen an NFL coach cry after a regular season loss?
Yeah,
he was up there crying like a baby.
He do care,
I mean, I'm with him.
He's not
you are in the NFL. I mean, that's something a college coach would do. I mean, I see coaches cry after the Super Bowl, but I mean, damn.
Yeah, I think
it was a regular season game.
People probably keep saying, "Look, you suck."
Nah. I follow, of course, Detroit Pistons. I don't follow the Lions, but a lot of those Piston fans are also Lions fans. And I can absolutely say that they love their head coach. They're like, we got the right guy. We just got a terrible team. And when we get on track, it's going to be crazy. That's their mentality right now.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, disrespect.
Ain't no disrespect. Them motherfuckers suck, no. From an NFL standard, stop sitting there talking about, this and this and that. From an NFL standard, them motherfuckers suck. Moving on, man. The Rams on the road in New York. Rams all day, every day.
We don't even need to talk about this.
Yeah, I'm not even going to elaborate on that. We all on the Rams because...
Aaron, no neck Donald.
Pretty much, bro. Next game, fam. Cardinals on the road in Cleveland. Fellas, who y'all got? The Browns only favored by 3. The Cardinals are 5-0 and they're underdog on the road.
It's going to be a great game.
Oh, my gosh. They're underdog. Jay, 5-0, bro, and you're an underdog. Oh, man, this is kind of weird to me now.
Hold on. Let me take a look at it.
That's what I said. Take a look at this motherfucker. The Browns are 3-2. They're favored to win -3.
It's the stat West Coast to East Coast. The record.
Oh, okay.
Hey, look, I'm not going against my family. Murray. Okay. We out here. We cooking. He had the Bruce Lee on the pads talking about moving like water.
Hey, boy. I mean, in this game, man, I'm looking at it this way: a 5-0 team against a 3-2 team. The Cardinals. Who did they play last week? Who did the Cardinals play last week? Y'all. Oh, I can't remember.
Cardinals,
San Francisco.
Yep,
play San Francisco. This might be they played San Francisco close with a rookie QB.
Yeah.
Okay. The Browns have a much better defense. They have Myles Garrett. If you ever met this motherfucker, he looks like one of them statues when you walk into Dick's Sporting Goods.
So Chandler Jones has COVID.
Chandler Jones is out. Give me the Browns, man. I'm sorry. They're gonna get after Kyler Murray.
I hope not.
I'm gonna
have my pom poms for the Cardinals. Come on, baby.
Oh, here you go, division opponent. Yeah, you better hope they lose before you get into the divisional play. I mean,
Come on, Kyler. Kyler.
So I'm the lone Browns. So Browns, I think they run the ball at home. It's gonna be a good environment. And they get after Kyler Murray. That's just me. I got the Browns on this one.
I'm about to say I could see. I mean, as far as money wise and spread wise, yeah, I can actually absolutely see them finally losing. Now they're 5-0. It's about time for them to take an L.
If you really believe in the Cardinals, in the bets of the week. If you are really, I like the Cardinals to an extent betting wise, but check this out. If you tease them motherfuckers up, you might get the Cardinals at like plus 14.
Oh, that's
plus 12.
Barbecue chicken.
Like I said, I'm just not into that. I just think the Browns are gonna win. But the thing is, if you really don't think the Browns can beat them by almost 2 touchdowns, I mean the Cardinals got offense. You know what I mean? If you tease it up and get 10, 12, 13, 14 points, I mean, that's a bet right there, but I ain't going to speculate. Let's talk about the next
right now, up to date. So the betting public is split, 51% on the Browns.
Yeah.
So
that's
50-50 game.
Yeah, it is. Let's talk about this road. Jay, I'm going to let you hold this one. I ain't even going to elaborate. I got the Raiders, but Raiders on the road in Denver, bro. You get into your divisional play, man. Are you guys gonna make it happen?
I think we are. This is kind of a breaking point for us. Not a breaking point, but it's like where we're gonna go after this. Because I need to figure out who's going on the call. Yeah,
all the drama.
Yeah. It's a lot. I mean, this is kind of like gonna be our point. What guys gonna step up? I'm gonna go with us regardless because Teddy Bridgewater is coming off an injury anyway. From last week, he sat out, so it's and then it's also my team.
He played he played last week.
He did play last week?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Yeah, he played against the Steelers. He played well.
Okay, so then maybe something questionable. I know somehow, some way he got injured still in these few weeks. I'm not exactly sure, but Max Crosby gonna get after that ass. So we're going Raiders. That's it.
He had a concussion the week before. Yeah,
that's what it was. Okay, all right, that makes sense.
He played.
He good now.
Too much drama with the Raiders. I'm on the Broncos. Too much drama.
I can see that.
The drama continues.
Yeah, it is a lot of drama. I just think
money line Denver.
Man, what is the spread on this game?
3.5.
3.5 at the Denver. They're at home. I like the Raiders, man. I think the Raiders get back on track. They run the ball with Josh Jacobs. The Broncos.
So Vegas is thinking it's a pick'em game.
It is pretty much. They're just giving the Broncos the 3 because they're at home. I mean, division opponent. So I got the Raiders. Let's move on to this next game, fellas. So this is my bets of the week. Bet of the week alert. Cowboys on the road. How about them fucking Cowboys? Okay, on the road in New England. Them Cowboys looking good, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm not a Cowboy hater. If you winning me money, man, what? Okay. Them Cowboys getting that dough. They covering spreads and everything.
They were losing to Houston the whole game. They barely won that at the end last week. New England versus Houston.
Man, Cowboys gonna fuck them up. That offense is amazing. And like I said, you facing a rookie quarterback. I mean, the Cowboys are at home. I just don't see. I don't see how. Like this is my bet. One of my bets of the week. I'm gonna tell you what to do with it, and when we get to the bets of the week. But I love the Cowboys on the road in this one. Jay, you gotta say something about this game. You gotta pick somebody, brother. So who you picking?
Patriots.
Oh man, here you go. Bullshit. I already knew he was gonna say that shit. He got kind of quiet and got kind of. I was like, okay, that's the Washington thing in you. Okay, so me and Z on the Cowboys, and somehow you picked the Patriots. Got you. So the last two games, fellas, the Seahawks. Well, Z, shoot, man, Z. Tell us about it, brother. I mean, you guys are up, man. You had a home game, big Sunday night.
Yeah.
Seattle's coming to town.
Look, I will be in attendance. I'm
you
a
going?
little nervous because, I'm going to a game that they've lost the last two games I've been to. So,
oh shit! You might
have
have to stand outside
my personal live losing streak. But yeah, they got to beat Geno Smith. I mean, I love WVU. He was great at WVU. God bless him, but he got a rude awakening come Sunday night. I'll be nice.
Is TJ playing? TJ back?
My personal losing streak. Steelers gonna win, and I'm gonna. Yeah, everybody's back. So except Tuitt. So Tuitt's out. But you
got TJ back. That's barbecue
last week was
chicken.
the first game since Buffalo that they had everybody.
Let's go Buffalo, and I just picked up the Steelers for the fantasy too.
The spread right now is -5.
Oh, you looking good this weekend.
Yes,
for the defense, you got the defense.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you play them this week.
Yeah, dang right. Weekly waiver god over here. All right, that's just what it is.
Yeah, you gonna fuck them.
And then look, the theory West Coast team flying all the way across the country to East.
That comes into play. And the Steelers are only -5. Like I said, I don't like this. I don't love the Steelers offense, but I think they make it happen, man. They're gonna be. It's a big game. The chance to go 3-3, and once before you get into your divisional play, the Browns. I mean, the Browns. Bengals. All these teams in the division. If Steelers starts playing well, they can catch some of these guys. I don't think they'll catch the Ravens, obviously, or they can catch the Browns. The Browns lost 2 games. But they need this one.
Last week was beautiful, having except the Ravens pulling a rabbit out of the hat, but the rest of the division lost, but the Steelers win. We needed another week like that. Hopefully 3 losses and a victory.
And the Browns are playing a game where they can lose. If they lose and you guys win, you're both 3-3. You know what I mean?
Close.
And that's.
Yeah,
nobody's really scared of the Bengals. You guys can beat them. I mean, you did lose, but you can beat them. I mean, Joe Burrow, he might be banged up. He's banged up. He got crunched up last game.
You said crunched up. Sheesh.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm saying a lot of these young QBs, like I said, this is my biggest thing with the Cardinals. This is why I wasn't high on them early during the season. Watch late in the season. These guys start to wear down them hits.
Look about Pittsburgh with Roethlisberger after 11-0 last season, and then the season crumbled.
Yeah,
too many hits, too many injuries.
Yeah, man. And the thing is, a lot of these guys, they hold on to the ball too long. They don't throw the ball away like my guy Tom. Just throw the ball away. You can't make a play all the time, man. I'm just telling you, bro. But last game, fellas. So. Big game, I want to see what happens in this game. I'm not going to touch it. I just want to watch and see what happens. The Bills on the road in Tennessee. If Tennessee is who I think they are, you know what I mean, they should really show us what it is. Like I said, for anybody that doesn't know, I'm high on the Tennessee Titans this season. I picked them to come out of the AFC. Right or wrong, I mean, they haven't looked great. Obviously there's a lot more football left to play, and the Bills are this juggernaut, looking like the best team on the AFC side. How you guys feeling about this game?
I'm a Bills believer. I mean, the only team that dominated them was Pittsburgh. So then that was.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm not going against the Bills.
Believer. Other than us, they've destroyed everybody else.
Let's go Buffalo.
It hasn't even been close. I mean, they have been dominating teams offensively, defensively.
They make it look like college football.
The Steelers beat them to the Look, only reason the Steelers beat them was because they blocked a punt and returned it for a touchdown, or they would have lost that game.
Yeah,
Buffalo is tough. Buffalo
is a juggernaut.
Yeah,
let's go Buffalo. You already know what time it is.
Yeah, for me, I think y'all both take it. I got to rock with my Titans, man. You already know how I feel about King Henry. All right, I mean. Tannehill, you got to step up, brother. I mean, hopefully you get your receivers back with Brown and Julio Jones. But at the end of the day, you got to make some plays, man. Stop holding on to the ball so long. Give the fucking ball to Derrick Henry, man.
Just
give him the ball. Just give him the goddamn ball.
Give the fucking ball to Derrick Henry.
But hey, we come to that point in the show, fellas. The bets of the week. So, I guess who wants to start it off?
All right, I'll go ahead and start it off. Oh, go ahead, BZ.
Go ahead. All right,
you got it, brother.
College. Starting on Friday night. I'm riding Michigan State again.
I knew you was gonna say that. I love the boys. Let's go. I love them boys. They're getting their money.
They're getting their fucking money. Indiana, let's go. Just keep riding it. They've been paying me every week. So let's go,
bro, I love it. I piggyback off of that before you get to your other ones.
Yeah,
Michigan. Who did they play? They played Rutgers last week.
Yeah, and then they got Indiana this week.
Oh, they
oh my God, Michigan State getting that money. But go ahead, Zeke.
Every week, and then the spreads are so little, and they just dominate.
Their offense is so ugly. Their offense is just so ugly, and they win
on defense. Their running back is good. They got a great running back. They run the ball, and the defense dominates. I mean, Michigan State. Yeah. So that's that. It's almost getting to the point where it's automatic. Just Michigan State again. Let's go. Every week. I like Oregon too on Friday night. Oregon. I'll take the minus 13.5.
Okay.
They gotta come up. They gotta. Their season's on the line. So So I'm gonna take Oregon from the cop side. NFL. I like the Chargers plus the points over Baltimore, and then I like the Steelers over Seattle.
All right.
Break my personal losing streak when I see the game in person.
I hear you. All right. Shoot. Those are some good bets, man. Shoot, Jay, what you got? Well, matter of fact, I'll go. Jay, I'm going to let you close it out. I got a few of them, man. So I got a few of them for you guys. Like I said, like I always do. I'm a big college football dude. Like I said, I'm all about getting that money early on Friday, Saturday, and throwing it on the early game Sunday and stack up. That's just what I do, man. And it's just how it is. And I can't wait till NBA starts so I can get that money Monday through Friday, sitting with that big cash and then throwing on these games on Sunday. But for the college football, man, like I said, my games are as follow, and their money line or teasers, all right? I'm not a big point spread guy, but money line or teasers. So goes as follows. I love Michigan State. Like I'm on that with Big Z was saying. They have been covering. They've been winning the spreads, the money line. It's very favorable. In Indiana, they got this quarterback, Michael Penix Jr. He's very inconsistent. He holds on to the ball a lot. He throws picks. Michigan State's going to be on the road. I'm rocking with them. They're an undefeated team. They got not a lot of people are really talking about them because they win ugly. So I love Michigan State. I also love Tulsa. I love Tulsa on the road over South Florida. South Florida is a horrible team. They suck. All right, they're horrible. Tulsa should win that game. I like Texas A&M coming off the big win over Alabama to beat Missouri. That's very favorable. Tease that down and parlay.
Missouri's horrible. Missouri's defense might be the worst defense in the country. They're horrible.
Right, and Texas A&M's offense, I get it. Texas A&M offense is not great. But coming off of that big win over Alabama, I think they're trying to move up and really trying to make things happen there. So I love Texas A&M on the road over Missouri. Now you cannot miss this.
Only thing to watch out is it might be a letdown off the high.
Yeah, I think that'll happen early. If it happens, early, be on the lookout for that. Now you cannot miss this. The Florida Gators on the road. Jay, I'm sorry, bro. That's your squad and. Our friend near and dear to the show, Brad Johnson, his son is starting at quarterback. We're over LSU. Like I said, he's a young quarterback. He's dealing with it. You know what I mean? But hey,
he's played well though. From his perspective,
he's played well, but I gotta pay these bills. All right.
That's cool, man. These bills must be paid.
Right.
Their defense is horrible. So
you can do anything you want. So I love Florida on the road to beat LSU. I love Virginia at home over Duke. Duke ain't going to really do nothing to Virginia. Virginia's a sound, solid football squad. I love Northern Illinois at home over Bowling Green. Bowling Green is ass. Okay. I love North Carolina at home over Miami. Is De'Aaron King still out?
He's done for the year. He opted out and said, I'm not playing no more.
North Carolina, they just coming off a loss. I cannot see them winning. They're going to be at home over Miami in a rivalry game on a backup quarterback. Give me North Carolina.
Talking about that, North Carolina. Yeah, we taking that.
Yeah, North Carolina, punish that, bro. And the spread and the money line is very, very favorable. So take that. Miami has no quarterback. I love Iowa. Iowa's undefeated, high-ranked team at home over Purdue. They can't lose. They're going to be there at the end for the college football playoff. I love Iowa. And then I like at night, I like on the college football landscape, I love Wisconsin at home over Army. Army ain't got nothing for them. I mean, Wisconsin's a more talented, better football prospects, better quarterback. Army just runs the ball. You're not gonna do that. That's what they do, bro. You can't do that against big boy comp. Now for the NFL side, all right, I'm gonna show you what to do. I love the Bucks Thursday night. Get that money early. Thursday night over the Eagles. Okay, I love that. That's one of my huge bets. I love the Packers. Well, I don't love it. I like it kind of. The Packers over the Bears. Bears can give them some trouble. If the game looks ugly early, throw some money on the other side, man. You know what I mean? So you don't lose no money because I'm not all about that. The Packers didn't look great last week against the Bengals. Okay, I do love this. I love this. The Chiefs on the road over the fucking overrated ass Washington football team defense.
How are they overrated?
What do you mean, bro?
Everyone was calling them shit. We are in week 6. This is not week 1. This is not week 2. This is not week 3. We talking shit. This is exactly what they are.
Hey, I'm just saying that everybody, the mass media talking about, they the number 1 defense, the best defensive line.
You even said that. You said I was worried about Washington.
I'm sorry. I was worried about. I'm not worried about the motherfuckers no more. Shit.
All right, right.
They overrated. That's what I said. So give me the Chiefs. Oh my God, a lovely teaser over Washington. Make it happen. I love the Chargers on the road over the Ravens. Now, which you got to tease that. That is the perfect teaser game. You get plus points with the Chargers.
+3.
Man, what? Oh my God, it's +3 now. Can you imagine if you put that in the teaser? It might be +8 or 9. You know what I mean? The Ravens ain't fucking up. If they beat the Chargers, they ain't fucking them up.
Are suspect. Their corners are suspect. I mean, Lamar is carrying that.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, there's no way. I cannot see the Ravens punishing anything over 8 or 9 points. Is just a punishing win. The Ravens are not punishing the Chargers. If they might win by a 1 point or a field goal, but I cannot see them tease that up. I love the Cowboys over the Pats. That's easy. And on a risky bet, I like the Panthers over the Vikings. But now for my big money bets, my big money bets, if you didn't listen to it, but if you didn't get anything else out of it, look at the Bucks. Okay, tease the Bucks and the Chiefs. Tease that. Put that bet in tomorrow before the game starts. Don't miss your chance. Bucks and Chiefs in a teaser or money line parlay. I also love the Chargers in a teaser. Like I said, these are games you can't miss, man. Tease the Chargers and get the plus points. You might get +10 or something like that. And I love the Cowboys in a teaser or just straight money line, man. I mean, come on. I mean, I think they're -3 or something like that on the road, or 4.5 over the Pats. The Pats got no offense. And in college football, my big money bets: Michigan State, Florida, Virginia, Texas A&M, and Iowa. But like I said, don't miss your chance, man. Like I said, I'm trying to help you guys get this money. I know a lot of people, you might be one of these people that's caught in the layoffs due to the pandemic with the mandatory vaccination. Get this money, all right? I mean, you might become a professional sports bettor. You don't need your fucking job, So I'm telling you, there's people like that. I know, Jay, I know I'm going a little long. I know people that work at fucking Sam's Club, all right, and make $200,000 a year from sports betting, all right? And they drive a fucking Corvette to work. I'm not going to say names, but I know there's people like that. But Jay, go ahead.
Y'all pretty much covered college, so I'm not gonna go with that. I am gonna do all teasers this go around. Definitely the Kansas City Chiefs eat that ass up alive for the most part. Shout out to Washington, of course, with that one. Arizona eat that ass alive. We already, what did you say? Chargers and Baltimore eat that ass alive. Those are just the three that I hit with the teaser. I don't really have too much if y'all want to do. Like Rome said, be careful about that that Packers and Chicago game. I think people are fooled by Green Bay, and I think people are going to think that they're not going to get the Bears are not going to get smoked, or they're not going to cover. So I think that's a smoke screen. I say still watch it, but I would put plus money with the Bears to keep it close. And that will pretty much be it. Oh, yeah, we always betting against Houston, baby. Yeah, fuck them. We following that way. And last but not least, fuck them bum-ass Jaguars, too. We going Miami, baby. They're going to lose down in Florida anyway in college, you know what I'm saying, to Carolina. So we're going to take the NFL and fade that shit, too. So just keep it running, y'all. But that's all I got.
I hear you, bro. Shoot. Hey, like it's these bets, bro. Like I said, each and every show, that's the highlight of the show. Like it's the bets. Like I said, you got to get this money, man. You got to make it happen. You got to put down that money. Real quick before we get out of here, fellas. NBA start next week. Before the season starts, man, what are we thinking? What's gonna happen? And I want to talk. What's happening? What's happening with Kyrie? What do you think is gonna happen ultimately?
So he's gonna be done. It looks like with the Brooklyn. So they today they announced they're not giving him an extension, and so Kevin Durant already signed his extension. James Harden didn't, and they didn't offer one to Kyrie.
Yeah,
and so it looks like trade. Now the talk was maybe Ben Simmons for Kyrie, but Kyrie made it public. If you trade me, I'm gonna retire. So he basically killed the trade value.
but I'm just like I'm just looking at it like, why would if you're going to the Sixers, if you go on with Embiid, you ain't got to do much. He's gonna give you 35 a night. You just gotta.
The reason, I mean, he's probably looking at. I brought KD to Brooklyn. I brought James Harden. Well, no, KD brought James Harden to Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Like even when they talked to James Harden today at his press conference, he said, "I love Kai. I'm always going to support him, but I got a job to do. We got a job to do. We got to get ready for the season."
Yeah,
that's it. I mean, yeah, Kyrie is what it is, bro. I ain't mad at you standing on your principles. To be honest with you,
from a Wizards perspective, Rui reported today. We were worried about his time off for personal reasons. He finally showed up today, so I could exhale a little bit. Thank you, Rui.
Once again, I don't know what's gonna happen with this Ben Simmons thing. Like I said, everybody who doesn't know, Embiid been getting me my money. Okay, I love the guy. My favorite player in the league, him and Kevin Durant. Get my guy some help, man. Ben Simmons, if you don't want to be there, brother, but I hope they really find a trade.
So they said they're not going to trade him to December.
I hope they find a trade partner, man. Because like I said, if he gets a decent guard, I'm telling you, like, I don't see nobody really stopping him. I mean, obviously you got Giannis and them coming back, Kevin Durant, but and then in the playoffs, man, all that shit slows down and you got to get busy in the paint. You know what I mean? You ain't going to be bombing away from three all the time. But, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this NBA season, man. Like I said, I'm looking forward to getting this money during the week and then laying it on these weekend football games, But hey, that closes out the show, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Leave some comments, man. Hit the like button. Let people share the show. Like I said, the show's growing. We got a possible guest coming up. I'm working on something for you guys, so that might be a special edition show. Because we do got to get to the week, weekly football talk, and we got to talk about this money, man, on the sports betting end. And I don't want to drag some of these former players in, because there might be conflict of interest. So that's one of the reasons why we don't have some of these guys on the show, because some of them might feel weird about, they got ties to some of these guys. Might have inside information. I don't want to do that to them. But that closes out the show. Thank Thank you for the support. We'll see you next show. Peace.